Hello, this is AILEE News. Various suturing techniques are used depending on the type of wound. Today, we will learn how to suture. Tools used for suturing include a needle holder to hold the needle, a forceps to lift the skin, and a pair of suture scissors to cut the suture thread. There are three suturing techniques: simple suture, mattress suture, and continuous suture. Simple suturing techniques include simple interrupted suture and interrupted cruciate suture. Mattress suturing techniques include horizontal and vertical mattress suture, and these techniques divides into simple and continuous techniques. Continuous suturing techniques include simple continuous suture, subcuticular continuous suture, and locking continuous suture. Let's get into how to suture now. When holding the needle, hold it with the needle holder at the proximal 1/3 of the needle length and at a 90-degree angle. Make sure the needle always comes in and out at a 90-degree angle. First, the simple suturing technique is the most commonly used in the surgical field among various suturing techniques. Among them, in the simple interrupted suture method, the length of the needle entering in and out is the same, and after passing through the tissue once, about 3 knots are made. The first knot should be loosened, and the next knot should be twisted in the opposite direction from the previous knot. And cut off the thread, leaving the ends about 2 to 3 millimeters long so the knot is not cut. Now one stitch is completed. Second is the interrupted cruciate suture technique, which is arranged in a figure of the 8 inches. Compared to the simple interrupted suturing, there are fewer knots, making it quicker to place, and the tension is spread evenly over a larger area. Insert a needle into the edge of the incision, and suture the same 1 centimeter aside. Then, grab the end of the suture thread that was first inserted, and tie a knot. Third, the mattress suturing is a suturing technique in which the wound edges face outward. Among them, the horizontal mattress suture technique is useful for deep and large wounds. Entering the dermis layer, and coming out at the same depth on the opposite side, make horizontal lined stitches parallel to the edge of the wound. Repeat the process for the next suture, which should be about 4 or 5 millimeters away. Tie a knot and cut the suture material so that it does not loosen the knot. This type of suturing could be done either interruptedly or continuously. Fourth, in the vertical mattress suture technique, the needle is inserted approximately 8 to 10 millimeters away from the edge of the incision on the far side. This type of suturing could be done either interruptedly or continuously. Fifth, the continuous suture technique has only one knot, which makes a lesser amount of foreign matter on the wound. In the simple continuous suture technique, a knot is first made at the edge of the wound, and successive sutures are made at 5 millimeters intervals so that the skin tissue interlocks. And use the end loop to tie a knot. Sixth is the subcuticular continuous suture technique, which is used for cosmetic closure. Starting from the inside of the wound, make a knot outside. If you pull the thread along the epidermal layer, using the S-shaped suture technique, it will come out at the other end, and the position for the next suture. By suturing along the epidermal layer, there are no visible thread marks on the outside, and the suture trails will be gone. Make the last knot by inserting the needle deep into the skin, and cut the remaining suture material. Lastly, the locking continuous suture starts with making a knot positioned away from the incision, and takes the needle across the incision through the opposite side, and form a simple continuous pattern. As the needle exits the tissue on the opposite side, bring it up through the loop of the previous suture. Repeat as you go along the incision and tie the knot at the end. It opposes the tissue more effectively than the simple interrupted suture technique, and distributes the tension better. Well, so far we have looked at various suturing methods. Subscribe to AILEE News for more useful medical information. Thanks for watching AILEE News.